What's good, YouTube? It's AJ Productions here with another video, and in this video we're going to talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, I like what the Jacksonville Jaguars are doing. They're coming off a season where they went 9-8. They won the division. They went to the divisional. They pulled off a 27-0 comeback against the Chargers. So I really like what they're doing. And they faced the Kansas City Chiefs where they lost 27-17, which isn't that bad. And last season, the Jaguars, they had weapons, but they didn't have Calvin Ridley. Now this season, you're getting Calvin Ridley, who's a very good player, very good route runner. He has good hands, and I just love his play style. And they still have Evan Ingram, who's a very good tight end. Then they have Trevor Lawrence, who in his first season, his rookie season, a lot of people didn't think he was going to really pan out because he had such a horrible year. But if you really look at what he was doing in college, you knew he was going to be good eventually. And then this year, he literally turned it up, throwing over 4,000 yards with 25 touchdowns with 8 interceptions. So he had a very good season. And you got Travis Etienne, who got injured his first year. Then he came back and did what he had to do. Now, I know they just lost Jawan Taylor, and Cam Robinson is, I think, he's suspended or something like that. But they did draft Anton Harrison, who I think is going to be a very good tackle. And they should be fine. The Jacksonville Jaguars should definitely be fine. That wide receiver core of Christian Kirk and Zay Jones with Calvin Ridley is honestly going to be something hard to stop. And I'm really ready for the duo between Calvin Ridley and Christian Kirk, because they're two different players, but they're both very good at what they do. And the Jaguars also have a solid defense that they're building. They're building up a solid defense. Tyson Campbell, he's looking like a promising cornerback, and I really love his game. And you got Trevor Walker, who's made plays, and just the D-line in general. Now we're gonna touch on their draft. I like their draft. It wasn't that bad. So the Jaguars did have a solid draft. Like I said, they got Anton Harrison, and in the second round they had got Brenton Strange. Now I know a lot of people thought that was a reach, but Brenton Strange is actually a good tight end. He didn't play that much, but when he's on the field, he's a very skilled tight end, and he has a lot of talent and a lot of upside. And with the third round pick, I really loved Tank Bigsby. Now, I think that's a perfect compliment to Travis Etienne. I think they could be a good rushing attack. A lot of teams are building this 1-2 punch rushing duo, I'm starting to realize, because this draft was very deep with running backs. So a lot of teams are getting their running back twos in this draft. And the Jaguars went and got Tank Bigsby, which he's going to be a very good player for them, and I can't wait to see it. Then you have Ventrell Miller, who's a solid linebacker, one of the best linebackers in his class. I don't know how he fell to the 4th round, but the Jags definitely got a good one with that. And that's just going to be good with Trevor Walker and Devin Lloyd. And I don't really know how to pronounce his name, but I'm just going to call him F.O., Devin Lloyd, and Josh Allen, Trevor Walker. So the Jags are actually building something nice. And then you got, in the 4th, they got Tyler Lacey. I don't really know much about him. And in the 5th, they got Yazir Abdullah. Now, I like that pick as well. He could be a solid edge rusher. He could develop pretty well. And these next 2 picks, they really killed it with the 5th round and the 6th round when they got Antonio Johnson in the 5th. He's going to be a very good safety, and I know they needed a safety, and I think he's going to be perfect for them. He reminds me of Jamal Adams. He plays like a Jamal Adams, so I really love that pick for them. And Parker Washington was also another good, sneaky pickup for them. And I think he's going to be all right. He's going to be solid. He's going to fit into their wide receiver core pretty well. And then with the rest of the picks, they went and got Christian Braswell, Eric Hallett, Cooper Hodges, Raymond Vahasek, and Derek Parrish. So the Jags went and got 13 players in that draft, and obviously they're going to help. They're going to help, even not all 13, but most of them are going to contribute, and they're going to find their spot on this team. So the Jaguars are just playing chess, not checkers. And we must touch more on Calvin Ridley, because Calvin Ridley, like I said, man, he's a very good player. He's a talented route runner. He's gifted. And in his best season, he had 1,374 yards with 9 touchdowns. So if Calvin Ridley could even return to half of that form, that's perfect for the Jaguars. And that's going to add on to the rest of the weapons that Trevor Lawrence have. Like, Christian Kirk is coming off his best season ever. I don't expect him to stop. He had 1,108 yards with 8 touchdowns. You have Evan Ingram, who had a very good year, 766 yards with 4 touchdowns. Then you look at Travis Etienne, who had 1,100 rushing yards with 316 receiving yards with 5 touchdowns. So all of that should definitely go into next season, including these picks. And that's why I think Trevor Lawrence is going to have a breakout year, and he might even become an MVP candidate next year. And I just can't really wait to see what he does. I mean, this season he had 4,113 yards, passing yards, sorry. I was about to say receiving, what's wrong with me? Passing yards with 25 touchdowns, passing touchdowns at that, and 8 interceptions. So to do that after having a horrible rookie year where you threw 12 touchdowns with 17 picks, to turn it around like that, that shows true promise. And it goes to show you that the Jags did not waste their #1 pick. And when you coming off like drafts where you had back-to-back #1 picks, eventually you're due to be good. And that's why I have a lot of faith in the Jaguars. I do think they're going to be a good team for years to come, and Trevor Lawrence is going to keep on developing. I mean, he's only 23 years old. He has a lot of time, and he's starting off pretty well. He's just going to keep getting better and better and better and better and better, especially with a veteran wide receiver like Calvin Ridley, and then you have Christian Kirk, like I said, Evan Ingram, and all these other weapons. I could see Trevor Lawrence throwing over 4,500 yards with around 30 to 35 touchdowns with maybe 10 interceptions, I'll say. Or he might not even hit double-digit interceptions again. I just have a lot of faith in him, and I think at the end he's going to have another good season, probably put up 1,000 again. Calvin really, he's looking good in his practices, so I'll give him like 1,200 yards maybe, but he might come back rusty. He hasn't played in a minute. Christian Kirk should have around the same stats. Evan Ingram's going to be the same. And yeah, man, their defense is going to get better. So it's just a lot that Jaguar fans should be happy for, and I'm just happy for them because they deserve it. They're a very good fan base. Even when they lost in the playoffs, they gave the Chiefs a lot of credit, and I really respect Jaguars fans, man. They're a very good fan base, nothing but positivity, and they're very chill, and I would love to cover them for more videos. And yeah, man. I just really think Jaguar fans, they deserve this. They deserve all the success that the Jaguars are getting. Their coach is doing a very good job. He's a very good coach, and I do think the Jaguars are going to have a successful future, and they probably will be seeing a Super Bowl appearance at least, at minimum, in their future, or they might just win a Super Bowl. But I know they're going to be playoff contenders for a minute, and it's kind of hard in the AFC where you got all these good teams, but I think the Jaguars, they just need to keep adding on to their team and keep building and let these young guys keep developing, and they should be fine now. All the Jaguar fans, I want y'all to let me know, what do y'all think about my video? What did I miss? And do y'all agree with the things I'm saying? Like, y'all should, because I'm giving y'all nothing but positivity. But let me know how y'all feel about the Jaguars, because some fans keep it honest with themselves, and they may not believe in the Jaguars, or they may believe in the Jaguars, but I believe in them, and I hope some of y'all fans do too. Because why wouldn't you? I mean, they just had a very good season that no one expected. So yeah, man, just keep faith with them and don't give up. It's been your boy AJ Productions, and I'm out, man. Peace.